We're back here again today because of a shocking fact that was new to me in March, and I suspect to many others as well, that the gardens and the one-of-a-kind Museum of Economic Botany that is its beating heart carry the name and money of Santos, one of Australia's largest fossil fuel companies. I must have seen the name above the museum countless times, but never really taken it in. Surely this place, a haven of life and peace in the middle of the city, could not be funded by a company hell-bent on destroying the natural world for profit. In the souvenir book published in 2010 to commemorate the museum's restoration, then Director of the Botanic Gardens, Stephen Forbes, wrote that the central message of museums of economic botany is a powerful one that deserves close attention today. The link between the management of scarce resources, plants, and people inherent in the term economic botany resonates deeply with the contemporary sustainability agenda. And yet, in a blatant act of greenwashing, Santos were allowed to buy naming rights to the museum and reap the rewards of fraudulent corporate responsibility. The MEB, the last museum of economic botany in the world and a jewel of international renown, does not belong to a corporation. It belongs to us. We call on the gardens and the museum to take down the name of Santos and to commit to never again entering into a partnership with a fossil fuel company. Such arrangements, which amount to no more than greenwashing, are unacceptable at such a critical juncture in the climate crisis and go against both the spirit and the letter of the Botanic Garden's own charter. It was a mismatch when the agreement was signed in 2008. It is even more so today when the IPCC has declared that we are facing code red for humanity. The fact is, the worldwide movement for full divestment from fossil fuels is gaining traction every single day. It's now the fastest growing divestment movement in history. The rapacious greed and denial of fossil fuel companies like Santos is simply incompatible with any organisation that has at its heart the values of sustainability, preservation, and the harmonious coexistence of humans and the natural world.
Today, 80% of modern medicines still derive from plants. We cannot imagine a world without them. We will not have a world without them. We praise the Garden of Health, with its Garden of Contemplation to the north and its Garden of Healing to the south, focusing on well-being, prevention of disease, treatment of illness, contemplation and reflection of this precious planet. This garden has 2,300 plus plants, 257 species that are about nourishing our bodies and minds and souls and healing them. And without plants, we cannot survive. We remember the toxic burden of emissions. Ill health. 500 Australians died last year from extreme heat, and many thousands the world over. We now know from the research science that those growing emissions impact severe mental health, our physical health like asthma and heart attack rates, and even now some evidence emerging about the role of rising emissions in the epidemic of dementia, because we are forgetting. We are forgetting the science, and we are forgetting that we have the power to act on the science and to act now. At the Ginkgo Gate, we remember as we mourn the loss of biodiversity due to global warming from rising carbon emissions and burning fossil fuels. We remember as we mourn Santos as a major fossil fool, a climate vandal. And we call on the Botanic Gardens Adelaide to act now and end their partnership from fossil fuel companies like Santos.